Sunshine's Corner, being brought to you by Quint and Richie Studer. And it is a beautiful Tuesday morning. Good morning to you, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome into the hottest spot in town. This is Sunshine's Corner. And I invite you every single day to tell somebody when it's information that you're seeking, this is where you need to be Monday through Friday at 9 o'clock. But now today is no different. I've got I'm so excited about the guest today because you know how I love our children. You know how I love our kids to make sure that they are getting what they need because they are our future for tomorrow. And we've got some great people in today. Firstly, let me say thank you to all of our sponsors for Black History Month. I want to say thank you because of the fact that you believe as I do, because we celebrate Black history every single day. Every day. Let me say thank you to AHW Barber Academy, Supplemental Care Services. Good morning to you. Wildcat Soaps and Candles. We've got Joe Morrison Son Funeral Home. Mr. Wings Chicken and Waffle. Yum, yum, yum. Don't you want some? I made a rhyme. And of course, we've got Escambia County Democratic Party. Thank you so much for being a part of the most informative show on the Gulf Coast. Now today, we have guests coming from Dixon School of Arts and Science. And all I can say is, good morning. Good morning, ladies.
Good morning.
Oh, everybody's got these great big smiles, and I mean, it is so wonderful. And look at my girls. Look, I thought they looked just beautiful. Yes, they do. But we're going to start to my far right. We're going to have everybody introduce themselves so we can talk about some things today that's going on right there at the fine school. I was over there about a week or so ago, and I was like, oh, wow, this is so good. And I had to have somebody. Let me say personally, good morning to you, Dr. Kovac. How are you? Thank you for this time that you allowed me to be with me today.
Good morning.
Now, let's go to my far right.
All right, I am third grade teacher Shernita Wynder, and I love working with students. I've been teaching for 34 years.
Oh, you love it.
Yes.
And this is our counselor.
Yes. Hello, my name is Syntoria Wynder. I'm the school counselor, the guidance counselor at Dixon School of Arts and Science. And I absolutely love what I'm able to do, particularly at Dixon at a private school setting.
Right.
Is I can deal with the social emotional development of my students. And so I love it.
Absolutely. And you know what? I've got a twin in here today. Okay? She is just as tall as I am.
Good morning, everybody. My name is Olivia Jones, and I'm in the 7th grade.
And you're how tall?
I'm 6'2".
That's what I'm talking about, girl. And my young lady right here?
Hello, my name is Siani James, and I'm student council president in 8th grade.
Oh, student council president. Give me some bump. There you go. And I mean, wow, it is so good to have you in because I like to bring the kids in. Teachers, thank you for all you do. But this is a way I think that who's to say one day that you might want to grab this torch and do the same thing, to keep it out there. You may want to host your show one day. You may want to host your, but you get a feel of it. You might like that. Right. You think? It's not difficult, is it? Not yet. But look, I know it's Black History Month. And there are so many things going on in the world today. Whew. So I was on my way, I was listening to the beat on my way in this morning. Yeah, I listened to the beat. You didn't think that, did you? And Charlemagne was talking about, I mean, all of these things with history, how it's trying to be taken away from us. And this is why I stress every day. Know who you are.
Right.
Believe in who you are.
Right.
And nobody can take that away from you.
Right.
Nobody. Sure, February has been designated as Black History Month, but like I say it every day, we celebrate Black history every day. Every day.
That's right.
Because we are history. That's no doubt. And I want to go on over here and talk to the teacher first so she can tell us a little bit about Dixon, the school.
Dixon School of Arts and Sciences is a K-8 school. And we have STEAM. We're a STEAM school. We have science, technology, engineering, arts, and math.
Right.
What I love about Dixon is that Dixon, our principal is amazing. When it comes to making sure we have what we need, the children, he definitely puts them at the top of the list. If we have the teachers, if we come to him with initiatives, he integrates that. He was the one that brought to me about a organization called Institute for Common Power that I went to, and it immerses educators into taking them to spaces where they get to go literally where the African American history happened. And
Really?
this opportunity came from one of the board members. So he recognizes when you have a passion for something to give you that opportunity. And I've been working with them along with another teacher there. So yeah, Dixon is an amazing school for kids to come to. Our children are very, very creative. If you've seen any of our productions,
God, I've seen it.
they are, you know, some of them, they've been at several of the productions. So the kids, it's just an amazing school to have for the children, even though it's not a public school. Most times they gear you towards that, but having a private school that is nonprofit that integrates these things for our children is so very necessary.
Absolutely, absolutely. And the fact of it is, now what was that program called? What you take them?
Institute for Common Power. It's for educators and anyone that's interested in going to. We've gone to Alabama, Georgia, Tennessee, Mississippi. We've gone to places like Money, Mississippi, where Emmett Till. Yes.
Oh, wow.
I sat in the courtroom. I've been there.
Oh, chills went through me.
Yes. I've been to those different places, to Memphis, Tennessee, to where Dr. King was murdered.
He was assassinated?
Yes. We
you
stood
got
in
chills
those
just
spaces.
going through me.
So, just been it's opportunities, there. I know the public school system, and you were talking about it earlier, is being challenged ever since the Stop Woke Act.
That's right.
Happened.
That's right.
Teachers have been told that they can't teach history, and it's so important that you integrate, especially African and African American history, because that's where it begins. To take that out means to deny America of its heritage, because we play such a huge part of it.
Yes, yes. Oh, see, don't get me started.
I'm trying to contain to. I know we have a set.
I mean, because it is absolutely amazing. Just think about that, because when you said it's where I won't say us, how it all started, and you cannot block out
Can't cut it out.
history. You can't do that. And you see, this is why I tell all of my guests, all of our viewers, it is up to us to educate our young people.
Yes.
To let them know who they are, where they come from, and feel proud about it in the midst of that.
Absolutely.
Be proud of who you are. I believe like this. It has to be something great. Otherwise, why are you trying to take it away?
Exactly.
That's another story.
I mean, come on now. It's got to be something good. Otherwise, you wouldn't be bothered with it.
Exactly.
And take that fear away. I mean, and I just love the fact. But I want to find out more about that program. I mean, I would like to travel to even learn more. When you said they just put up a statue of Emmett Till.
Yes. Yes.
I mean, look at all these years.
Yes.
Now that statue is there. This little boy.
Yes.
Oh God.
I stood in front of that statue.
I mean.
Yes, I'm recruiting. But, we'll talk about that.
There you go.
Yes. Yes.
But look, I see. I can tell that she's ready, because her eyes are saying, "Okay, I want to do that." But I mean, with yourself and that, with you being the counselor, how is it that the kids they feel comfortable coming to you, or is there a process that you build to get that relationship with them?
Yes, absolutely. When Dr. Kovac, when he hired me, he wanted someone that looked like them. And then the fact that I am an HBCU graduate, a proud graduate from Stephenson Cookman University. And so I am an HBCU graduate, and he wanted for our kids to see that, it's I think so I be. And it's easy for us to tell the kids what they should aspire to be, but if they don't see that in their everyday lives, it's hard for them to identify that and feel like they can become that.
Exactly.
And for my role in the school was to go into the classroom to see what our kids need, and then be able to pull them out individually and give them that safe net, that safe zone. And I always tell them, I'm not your dean. I'm not the dean. It's unicorn and rainbows in my office. It's a safe space. And with Black History Month, it was important for me and Ms. Wynder and the other staff for them to understand that their history did not start with slavery.
No, it didn't.
We wanted them to know that they descend from engineers, educators, they descend from kings and queens, and we wanted to show them that and showcase that and let them know who they are. And we have been doing that throughout the month. with introducing something like the Black National Anthem, we realized that it was, growing up for me, we sung it all the time, but to this generation, it was their first time ever hearing it.
That's right.
And to hear their examples, and well, they'll share how it made them feel, but to hear the feedback from the students as they hear this playing every morning after the Pledge of Allegiance.
Oh, you do it every day?
Every day. Every day. And that key into what Ms. Wynder was saying, that African American history is American history.
Exactly.
You know, and so I want our students to have a sense of who they are, but also a sense of this country, because we are Americans.
Yes, that's it.
And so that is what we're highlighting this month.
And you know, I'm so glad, even with Dr. Kovac, what he did, he found that he needed somebody that looks like them, because a lot of people don't understand for our children. It's comprehended much more successfully when it's coming from somebody that looks like them.
Exactly.
That we look like each other.
Right.
And it's more, I mean, and I teach that a lot, because it's not that we're saying that we're doing any separation. No. That's the least. But what we are saying, we want to give it to our kids, and they are going to perceive it so much better from somebody that looks like them. And I always tell you, there's nothing in this world that you can't do.
Nothing.
There's nothing in this world that you cannot do. I love to use the analogy, and I'll say this, and I'm very transparent when I talk. When I see this, and when I didn't think I'd see it in my lifetime, but I did. When we had the first black president, although I say Clinton was the first black president. But I say that, but this should let you know, and Michelle Obama, you see what you can do. You see what you can do. Anything that your heart desires. But don't allow anybody to try to take that away from you, because that is yours. And it's a song that says it's yours, and can't nobody take it away. It is yours. We are having a fantastic conversation here today, and it's all about Black history. We've got the Miss Wilder's just taking me. She's just going down this road, just taking me everywhere. And I can't wait to get to talk to the girls. I haven't talked to them yet. But I want you to stay with us, and please be a part of this conversation at 850-432-7768. You can call or text, and I am a believer in giving our kids, giving our teachers, give them their flowers now. Let them know how much we appreciate. Let them know that you want to be a part of instilling in the students what they need. Please be that part today. 850-432-7768. We're back with more right here on Sunshine's Corner.
Good day, Pensacola. Welcome to a new segment on health and wellness, sponsored by Baptist Healthcare in partnership with Sunshine's Corner. Every first Wednesday of the month during Sunshine's telecast, we're going to be bringing you information about health and wellness and ways to make sure we're improving the quality of your health care here in Pensacola. After all, we want to ensure that you're going to the right place at the right time and for the right reason, and that you don't feel alone. Can't wait to see you.
Do you have a house that you want to turn into cash? I'm Mike with Mullet Man Buys Houses from Pensacola, Florida. Maybe you inherited a house, are facing foreclosure, have tenant issues, or the house is in general disrepair. I buy houses cash, in as-is condition, and close in as little as 3 weeks. I can provide you a competitive offer the same day I walk through your house. With Mullet Man Buys Houses, you can find the easy solution to put cash in your hand as quickly as possible.
Many who consider facial plastic surgery are concerned their results will look unnatural. But with over 20 years of serving the Pensacola community, his thousands of satisfied patients have made Dr. Derek Jones a trusted reconstructive and facial plastic surgeon known for industry-leading results that look natural. Call 850-484-FACE to schedule a consultation at one of our locations in Pensacola and Gulf Breeze.
I'm Dr. Derek Jones. Trust your face to a facial plastic surgeon.
At Pensacola Habitat for Humanity, we believe every child should have a safe place to grow. That's why we work with you and the community to build not just a house, but a home.
She worked very hard to get this house. I really appreciate that because, if it wasn't for her, I wouldn't be here right now.
When you help build a home, you build a future. Pensacola Habitat for Humanity.
And welcome back to Sunshine's Corner on this Tuesday edition. And we've got Dixon School of Arts and Sciences in with us today. Now, we've talked to the teacher, we've talked to the counselor. Now it's time for the stars of the show. I mean, this is the vice president, and you are?
Student council president.
Oh, look at them. Okay, now, you tell me, now in school every day, and with what we're talking about this morning, I want you just share with me on this conversation, and I know you're only, 13?
Yes, ma'am.
How you feeling? What it makes you feel like with the teachers, what they're engraving in you? Talk to me about that with Black History.
Well, like, I love to learn about, like, where my people come from, where my ancestors come from, about my culture. It's also important to know about that. So, like, when we grow up, we can teach the next generation about our culture and our ancestors. So it's very, very important to learn about that. And I'm really happy about, like, when some teachers teach us about it, it makes me smile because I want to know where I come from.
That's it, honey. That's it. And look, Ms. President, how about you?
I agree. I do like knowing, like, our culture and our history. It's really interesting to know about and, like, what went on, like, past before we were born and even thought of. Like knowing, like, who I was, like who my ancestors were. I actually have my great-great-grandma. She actually came from slavery.
Really? And you see what history that has taught you that that's your great-great-grandma. Wow. Now, when you found that out, how did that make you feel?
I was actually very surprised because she was born in 1909. So, yeah, I was surprised, and my father had told me, and my grandma now, she had told me some stories of the things that she went through, and it's just, like, to know what, like, our people have gone through at that time, it's, like, heartbreaking, but it's also a part of our culture and history now, and it's, like, a big part of society that we need to acknowledge.
Oh, wonderful. I mean, just to hear, and you how old?
I'm 13.
You're 13. To hear what you're saying and what it causes you to feel on the inside, what even with my mother and father went through. When you said that my grandfather was born in 18, she said, 68. I'm doing this family tree right now, and I found that out, and I found out, I mean, it's amazing. The things that I'm finding out. But to hear what you're saying, the depth that is causing you to realize, doesn't that make you want to work even harder to go forward?
Yes, ma'am.
With the things that you're going to be confronted with?
Yes, ma'am.
Don't stop, okay? I want to see you on TV one day and say, well, I remember that young lady right there. Somebody has a call. We got a call this morning. Let's see here. Good morning.
Good morning, Sunshine. Good morning, your panel. How y'all doing this beautiful day?
We're doing great.
Good morning.
I wanted to call in because I had the opportunity last year during Literacy Week to come out to one of the second grade class and introduce my book that I wrote called We Are African Descendants, and had the chance to read that book to that second grade class. I had the most beautiful time reading to the children, sitting down, taking photos with the kids, and signing autographs for the children. It was just a beautiful day there. And I wanted to ask the counselor, does she have a background in social work? Because the things she was talking about and saying is my thought process. That's the reason why I wrote that book, was I wanted our children to know that we came from kings and queens, that we actually studied astronomy and mathematics and medicine, and we were the one that actually introduced that information out to the world. We are not dummies. We are very educated people. And that is why I wrote that book.
No, baby, we're a long way from being a dummy.
A long way from it. And actually, to this morning, I was reading something. I saw a video. They just found the oldest Bible that was back in the 1500s, and that Bible showed depictions of African Americans in the Bible. That they had whitewashed all of our history out of the Bible to make it look like what it does today.
Yes.
I tell you.
I just saw that. Yes. I did. And I was like seeing, and I believe that my book is actually in y'all library at the school that's there.
It is.
And I need to bring my second book if they will let it be in there. My second book is called Independence Day on Juneteenth.
Absolutely.
And I want everybody to know why we're celebrating Juneteenth. And like you said, Sonshine, they cannot wash away our history. We live history every day.
No doubt in my mind.
It's nothing they can do. They can say what they want to do. They can sign. He can sign any executive order he wants to. We still gonna be history regardless.
No doubt about it. No doubt. And thank you, Dr. Martin.
Thank you. Thank you.
You're welcome. Y'all. Thank y'all so much for all the education that y'all providing for our young minds, because we need to make sure that they have a path to go, and so they can be productive members of society when they become adults as well.
Exactly. Well, thank you so much.
You're welcome. Thank you.
All right, bye-bye. And you see, everybody, what we're trying to do is, with the fact that I love what the school is doing, I love the fact that with Dr. Kovac, how he is really behind you so that we can educate our youth on who they are. Because nobody can take that away. Nobody. And when you say your great-grandma, I mean, think about how many generations that's back. And you're learning those steps. That's amazing right there within itself. And the fact of it is, ladies and gentlemen, I tell everybody every single day, the community, I can remember when I was growing up that they always said it takes a community to raise your kids. And such a time as it is in 2025, we need that now more than ever.
Absolutely.
More than ever, because we've got to make sure that that cannot be taken away from our tomorrows.
If you take away or erase the truth in history, what you do is you tend to put that group of children in a box. Because they will not know what it is that happened. It builds self-esteem to know you had ancestors that were pertinent. I mean, you stopping at a stoplight because a black man came up with that idea.
Come on,
you scooping out your ice cream, a black man.
A black man
idea. You know, the different things. We're scientists. They didn't kidnap slaves. They kidnapped scientists, doctors, lawyers, kings, queens, pharaohs, descendants of those types of people. And the children need to know that, because I remember I didn't learn any of that in the history books growing up in school. So to remove that and say that it's to not, you don't want to make somebody feel bad. It makes us feel bad.
Thank you. When you're trying to, you can't say that and then they're going, thank you.
So it's so important for the kids to know. And to, if you don't learn about the injustices, you have to say the good as well as the bad.
Absolutely.
Then they'll tend to, history will repeat itself. They won't know how to handle things when they don't have these opportunities to say, okay, well, maybe this is just way like this, and it's not.
And the fact of it is, when you're teaching the young people of all these things, like the traffic light, even with the pressing cone.
Yes.
Okay? That was all created by people of color.
A lot of, To answer the caller question, no, I don't. I technically did not have a job in social services, but I worked within the community as a HBCU graduate. I realized that I wanted to bring back to our community what I received attending. They say attending an HBCU would erase 12 years of your education, because you actually learn the truth about yourself.
You got chills, I tell you.
I was blessed to be a part of a family who taught me my history from both sides. From my father's side, from Louisiana, I'm Creole descent. And from my mother's side, I knew the history, the past of my great-great-grandfather. And who also was good friends with Booker T. Washington. And so I learned all of that, and I wanted other students, and when I would meet my peers and my colleagues, especially when I began to work in corporate America, and I would meet those who looked like me and had absolutely no idea of their history. And what I also learned, and I want to know, particular African Americans in the South, you hear so much about Jim Crow that it erased what was actually happening in the South. You see, they weren't bombing Birmingham because they were bombing poor blacks. Birmingham was supposed to be what Atlanta is today.
Thank you.
They were bombing Birmingham because the engineers and the scientists were moving up from the HBCUs of Atlanta, and they were taking over those jobs.
Exactly.
And so those were well-educated blacks, in those communities that they were bombing, and that's why they were bombing those. And so that's what I want our students to know, to learn history, and not just for our students of color, it's also for our Caucasian students
to
know that it was a collective effort in the civil rights movement. That's why it was successful, not just because of people of color, but we also, not just because of Baptists, it was the Protestants, it was the Jewish, the Muslim community, all came together, and that's what makes America great. It's all collective bodies.
Will you say that one more time? What is that makes America great?
The collective bodies of of Americans is what makes us great, because we have different perspectives that gel together. And so that's what I want our students, and even during Black History Month at Dixon, we incorporate, let our Caucasians, this is what your ancestors did.
Exactly.
You have the Quaker families who also helped fund the HBCUs. You have the different Amish families that helped create it, abolitionists, and I wanted our white students to know that as well. We're together equally a part of history.
That's why we're supposed to be together. Absolutely. I mean, she's good. Look, she's had class this morning. Okay, did you take notes? Yes, you did. I mean, but the fact of it is she's telling truth. And this is what I think, and I'll be as transparent as I know how, and I'm talking to our viewers. These are the things, and I'm saying this to red, yellow, black, white, or brown. Collectively, and I say this every single day, if we would put everything together, there's nothing we can't do.
Right.
But don't try to separate me because of fear you have.
Right.
And that's all it is fear.
It's fear, yeah.
It is absolutely fear. With the knowledge of the people of color, and they already know who started it, but you're trying to stop it because of the fact that you fear what's going to happen anyway. I'll just leave it like that. Now, I want to bring this young lady right here because they are just so attentive this morning. They got their papers right here. They're ready to share their Black history with me today. What you going to be talking to me about?
I'm going to be talking to you about how we are interrogating daily activities for our Dixon students, us Dixon students.
Okay.
For our Black History and Inventors celebration, each day kicks off with Black History Facts and the National Black Anthem. Fridays feature trivia and special guests. Events include hands-on STEAM activities like engineering challenges, coding, and robotics, along with cultural showcases. Highlights include the art of science, the physics of dance, and inventing music. We'll explore math and architecture in space with Mae Jemison and honor hidden figures. The celebration wraps up with a Black History program, a STEAM career day, and food for all the soul. It's an inspiring fusion of culture, innovation, and history.
Beautiful. Beautiful. That's what I'm talking about. I mean, you did very well, love. And I mean, you're finding out so many things that you possibly did not know Dixon offers. Until you go over. When I was there and I sat with Dr. Kovac for a while, I was just amazed while just looking around and look at all of the things that was going on. The community is what we're going to talk about after we come back. We're going to focus on you. Okay? But we're going to talk about ways that we can get the community involved with the school.
Yes.
We've got that coming up. So you stay close. Don't go anywhere. Right here on Sunshine's Corner.
You finally found the perfect car in racing blue. You even got them to throw in the LED fog lights for free. Auto Owners insures your car because some people never learn to parallel park. That's simple human sense.
Ask the Messick Insurance Agency in Pensacola if auto owners make sense for you.
Keep going, more. No, stop!
There are many reasons someone may need in-home care, whether it may be respite care, them recovering from surgery or having a chronic condition. Having someone dedicated and reliable is imperative. Supplemental Support Care Services was created to provide to those who are in need with quality care that they deserve in the home. Taking it a step further, our main goal is to ensure that Supplemental Support Care Services is where the love and care is top priority.
I'm Emily Echeverria, Marketing Communications Director for Council on Aging of West Florida and the host of Coming of Age. Watch our show to find out what we're doing for our seniors and their families, and hear from area experts and local business owners about their programs and services. Want to help? Find out how you can work with us to bring a better future to our seniors. Watch Coming of Age, 3:30 p.m. Wednesdays, only on Blab TV.
Early in life, Tony found a love for craftsmanship through building furniture. Growing up in cabinet shops, he was drawn towards custom cabinetry, designing, and creating new and functional spaces. And to be able to share that passion with his clients, helping them turn their ideas into something special, making sure you get more for your investment.
Every kitchen and bath starts with your unique vision. I just bring it to life.
Master-built cabinets, beautifully handcrafted and customer designed.
This Black History Note is being brought to you by Mr. Wings Chicken and Waffles.
On March 1st, 1864, Rebecca Lee Crumpler became the first African-American woman to earn a medical degree. For much of her career, she practiced community medicine in Boston. But in the aftermath of the Civil War, she traveled south to treat thousands of formerly enslaved refugees.
This Black History Note has been brought to you by Mr. Wings Chicken and Waffles, 1708 West Fairfield Drive. And welcome back to this Tuesday morning edition of Sunshine's Corner, and we are talking with the staff and the students there at Dixon School of Science and Arts. I mean, like, I just love the fact of the things that we're talking about even off camera, of what you're instituting with the students that let me know that you're really putting forth such a huge effort. Honey, when you were in HBCU, I almost came out of this chair. I mean, because I understand, you know what I mean? I understand. And the fact of it is, ladies, you hear all what we're talking about, right? I want to say this. I want this to really get deeply embedded in you. Don't allow anybody or anything to take that away from you, because it's rightfully yours. Mm-hmm. Okay? Totally yours. Now, I see you got something that you're going to share with us, Miss President.
So why is it important to learn about like famous Black history in school? I think it's important because we need to know our culture. And even if it isn't your culture, we need to know history because we make history every day, and it's just important to like know a truthful background and understanding of what really happened back then. Mm-hmm. And like, if we put it in schools, I think the students who are Black and who don't know much about their culture or history, it'll allow them to have a deeper understanding and deeper connection and affection for their culture and what they learn. Of course. Because nowadays, I feel like this generation, we don't know much about what happened. We just know, little stuff like, we were just slaves, like nothing much. I feel like it needs to be put into school so we can learn and truly connect and have respect for what happened and what those people really have gone through.
Oh, wonderful. You see how she came with that? Go, girl. No, but she's telling the truth. And this is what I want our viewers to know with their children as well. Get them into it. Mm-hmm. Get them a book.
Yes.
Read.
Yes.
Read.
Mm-hmm.
Get off that phone.
Yes.
And read. I mean, but do that, because what I see in you, I'm calling you Miss President and Miss Vice President. Mm-hmm. You can be the President of the United States. Mm-hmm. You can be the Vice President of the United States. You know, we just had one lady who was running up, the first Black woman of color. Look at those things over there.
She's my sorority sister.
Oh, come on now. Come on, Kamala.
I got a rep for her.
Look, she got, look, she's but the fact of it is, I feel like with the educational facts that's being instilled in our kids is absolutely, is priceless. Mm-hmm. The educated and the knowledge that you're getting is priceless. And when you talk about culture, I think even with the Caucasian community, if they would understand the culture, Because I'll tell you, I'm just going to come back right back to being with the culture of it. With separation, racism being brought back up to the forefront how it is today, I didn't think I would see that again, because these are things that I heard my mother and father talk about from way back then. But we're experiencing it now. And come on, people, let's be real. It's real.
Yes, it's real.
It is absolutely real. There's no way you can tell me, a person who experiences it, that it's not real. And that is a learned thing.
Exactly.
You're not born with that. That is taught. What I'm hearing in you're being taught that look beyond that, know who you are, and you can help that other person of another race and their culture to understand your culture. You know, and go further with it and continue to do that, because I think we need that desperately. By taking away anything is not going to cause it to be better for anybody.
Yes. You mentioned about the kids. Even as adults, we need to. I've been privileged to talk with Dr. Bernard Lafayette. Sit at his feet multiple times and listen to hear them that went through these struggles to say how he said we fought, we got injured, we went to jail for this. To even Mr. Bob Zellner, who's white, and he had a movie out, Son of the South, that from Jay, Florida, how he was able to, when he chose to support civil rights, being denounced, being beat up. Talking with Joanne Bland, who was one of the youngest that walked across the bridge in Selma during Bloody Sunday. Charles Malden. I've talked with Reverend Jesse Jackson. Ambassador Andrew Young. When you're in the presence of these people, Zanona Clayton, who has the Trumpet Awards, that was friends with Coretta Scott King and Walk with Dr. King, that say that we shouldn't be here.
That's right.
This is what we went through all those struggles for as adults, and maybe adults need to start back learning their history.
I think so too.
And then it makes it easier for
Exactly, because when you look at it now, Ms. Wilder, it's not like when it came around in our generation, when I say that the ones at home were a little bit older, they were more not like the generation is today. Because the generation is today, and I'm not saying this in a harsh way, but just being factual, where my grandma had on the apron, that there was a way it was taught, but now grandma might be 40. You understand what I'm saying? Grandma might be 40 years old. And so therefore grandma is still living out there and not educating daughter who has a child to have them to know that history. You understand what I'm saying?
And that's what, and that's what our role, one of my roles that I play at Dixon. We are a community school. And it's important, we don't want, the things that we're teaching our students, we don't want them to go home and make their parents and their family feel like they don't understand. And our goal is to bring the family in, bring the community in. What we're teaching their babies, we can also teach and educate them to let them know that who they are. A lot of times we pass judgment, but we don't realize that our students don't know. When I was in the public school system, and we had a huge problem with tardy and absence. And the administrator didn't understand that a lot of times the students were tardy for first period because they had to get their younger brothers and sisters on the bus. And these students are also it's not their fault, but they're placed in parental roles. And now they're in a school system where we expect them to be children.
I hear you.
So we have to find a balance and meet them where they are. Not saying that there shouldn't be not saying that they shouldn't be accountable for being late, but I think we need to look at the situations at home.
What they're having to go through.
And what they have to go through. And that's what here at Dixon, I'm able to do that in a private sector more than being in a public school, because we decide what the rules for our school and for our parents. And I love it. Parents call me and say, hey, Ms. Woodard, this is what my son came home and said this. Can you tell me more about it?
Absolutely.
We love it. And so that is our goal. So if you're looking for, I can sell our school.
Sell it, girl. Sell it.
If you're looking for not just a school environment, but a home, a family environment for your younger ones, for your students, for your elementary and middle school student, I would recommend Dixon. You have a principal who listens to the needs of his family, who listens to the needs of his teachers and his staff. You have a curriculum director of curriculum, Natalie Kosminski, who her ever waking moment is to develop new curriculum, to get our students on the level they need to be. Our 8th grade graduating class, we have 6 that was applied for IB. We have about 7 that applied for West Florida and 4 that got accepted into Catholic. So that alone shows that we are producing stellar academic students. So if you're looking for an environment for your students, come to Dixon.
There you go. Get that personal. Now, let's say if we want the community to help. I mean, I'm sure that there are ways that the school needs help.
Yes.
And some things that the community can be a part of.
Absolutely.
Let's talk about that. I mean, some of the things.
Yeah, so definitely contacting the principal, contacting Dr. Kovacs. Again, we are a private school, which means we don't get the funding that other schools get. We're on scholarship. Our kids are on scholarship. Their parents don't have to pay once they apply for those scholarships. We're always looking for donors, for individuals out there. If you have the monies and you want to sow in good soil, Dixon School of Arts and Sciences is that place. Get with Dr. Kovacs and find out how you can get involved. We're looking for organizations that can find out what the needs are. We see, we know we're not the only school.
Of course,
there are other schools that have needs, but find out what you can do in our district, in our area. We have after-school programs. We have to apply for grants. If you know about grants that we qualify for, sharing that information. When we do different events, we have performing arts. Come out and support. Many times it's ticket paid, but that helps. It helps to fund a lot of things. We need technology. We are actually starting an after-school program next Monday with STEM, with robotics and coding. I'm a part of that with Miss Maria Smith. She's our tech person, and I'm one of the educators that will be assisting her with that. So after-school program with technology is important. Getting our kids to the next destination with that. So
we're also looking for, if you're in the healthcare field, we're looking for someone to come out and educate, our kids on personal hygiene. If you're willing to come out, we're looking for donors to expose them. You'll be surprised. You have students that have never gone to the beach. You have students that have never attended a museum. Students have never traveled outside of the area, and we want to be able to take them on field trips, let them know what it is to travel and to go outside of your home. And so if you're willing to come in and partner, not just be a donor, but partner with us, be a part of our family. We're looking for strong African male figures to come in for our young men so that they can see that. If you're willing to, we're looking for volunteers, any groups to come in to work with our young African American males. We're also looking for groups to come in. I'm all about girly things, so to teach etiquette courses for our students. You're welcome. Get with our principal, Dr. Kovac, and come in.
And you know what I want to send? I'm going to call out all the fraternities.
Yes.
All of the sororities.
Yes.
I want the 100 black men.
Yes.
I want the 100 black women.
Yes.
Come on. Do you see the opportunities? Now, when you say you are community, this is community.
The churches.
Come on. Oh, Lord, we got them, don't we?
We do.
But the churches, come on, be a part. Take a child. Take a group. Be that part, not as my mother say, oh, I'm a goner. Oh, I'm a goner, never got any further than your lips. We're doing this, right, to help our kids. I want to really talk more about that because when we come back, because this is such a need, I think. I always hear people saying, oh, I want to do something in the community. I want to help. Here's a school that needs your help. So what time is it? Pick up the phone and call Dr. Kovacs. We'll talk more about that when we get back right here on Sunshine's Corner.
Welcome to Little John's Big and Tall, where tall men and big men go for style, fit, and comfort. We offer a wide variety of styles and unique brands that service all sizes from large to 14X, as well as tall sizes from large tall to 6X tall. Our knowledgeable staff are here to make sure you have a stress-free experience and answer any of your questions. Little John's has been named Best of Pensacola and Best of the Bay for 4 years in a row. Visit Little John's at 5700 North Davis or visit us online at littlejohnsbigandtall.com.
It's time to find a health plan that can keep up with your life. A plan that makes getting care convenient, with doctors around the corner.
I can get used to that.
Plus, 24/7 access to care. Plans that keep more money in your pocket, with plan payments as low as $0.
$0. Looks good to me.
Let's find your health solution. Speak to a dedicated Florida Blue agent today. Call 1-850-393-7036 to learn more.
From wanting the perfect dress for the most important day of your life to simply wanting to look your best, let 2 Times a Lady be your saving grace. Whether you're looking for an elegant A-line gown or a trendy cocktail dress, our expert staff will help you find the perfect fit. 2 Times a Lady has been dressing ladies in Pensacola since 1983. Call us at 850-474-3778 or stop by the store at 2755 East Olive Road. We can help you find the ideal dress for your event.
Well, I think it's all about local, and I'm a big believer in local. So I think anytime you can carry a message out locally, it's important. And I think it's anytime the person that delivers the service can also deliver the message, which is unusual. You have the people that actually deliver the project doing the talking, and I think that's a huge difference and really makes a huge value difference for the consumer. So I'm really just so grateful that we have this local opportunity with Blab TV. My name is Quint Studer, and I am Blab TV.
And welcome back to this Tuesday edition of Sunshine's Corner. We are, I've had such a fantastic conversation. I don't want this to end. And I want to go back though, because I've been talking with the adults more, but I want to bring my young people back in the conversation. I want you to share with me some of the things that you do at school, some of the things that you're so proud of that you've accomplished, some of the things that you just do on a daily basis.
So at school, I have advanced classes, and one of my advanced classes are dance. And in dance, we warm up, of course. I have choreographed a dance to my class.
You have?
Yes, ma'am.
Can you teach me how to go? With that fan thing they got now?
Oh, yeah.
Where them fans at? Just kidding.
And I'm also in advanced music also. I also have a solo song I'm performing.
Oh, you sing?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes.
Yes, ma'am.
Go on, Whitney. Okay.
I also do Dixon after hours. I've done Shrek, Xanadu, Matilda. I've done so many shows. Now we're doing Annie. And
really?
Yes, ma'am. And during the summer, we're doing Lion King, and it's such an amazing experience. It's such a fun experience.
Oh, well, who's Annie?
We actually have 2 casts. It's one 4th grader, she's Annie. Her name is Irene Cummings, and it's another girl named Jade, and she's Annie.
Oh, really?
Yes, ma'am.
Oh, and you're the choreographer. Okay.
Well, yeah, basically.
Okay. I'm coming, you're going to teach me some steps, okay? Where them fans at? All right. What about you, Miss President?
Well, one of my favorite things in school is dance. I have dance class with Miss Rodriguez, and I love how we're actually doing a showcase for Black History Month, and we're doing all these dances to such powerful songs and just things like that, and it's really my favorite part of the day. I've been dancing since I was 3 years old, and I love dancing.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
She said that 3 years old. Wow. How old are you, 6? Oh, but that's good though. I think sometimes when you're doing in school, when you're having fun, you learn so much more easy. It's because it's not a task. You're having fun and do it because my mother and my sister were educators, so I understand what you guys are doing, okay? And the fact that to hear them say that, you see the smiles that came on their faces when they got to talking. It's not something to say, okay, talk about it. No, well, I have to do this, I do that. No, I can see it in your facial expressions that you enjoy. Do you feel like you are the role model for kids under you?
Yes, ma'am.
Good job. I mean, because they come to you. If let's say I'm a little girl and I want to be in the play, and say, what would you tell me? How can I think I'm scared. I can't do it.
I would try to push them to be more confident in themselves.
There you go.
Just give them support and tell them you got this, and just overall be there for them.
Yeah.
That's wonderful, and you guys are doing an excellent job. Cause listen at them. I mean, there's not the stammering, because when you're not sure, it's not going to come out. It comes out, you stammer.
Right.
Yes.
It's smoothly flowing out, so you know that this is a part of what you do.
Right.
And I just want to encourage you to continue to learn. Knowledge is power. School is so important. Education is so important. And then think about it one day when you've gone on to your HBCU and you're going to be talking and you're educating, you're making that pathway for the kids that are under you. Always know that. And I tell you, you two are a team.
We are.
You are a team. Yeah. Dr. Kovacs, I mean, I can see that smile on your face. You said they're representing well. And I really want to reiterate the fact, though, to bring up the community to be a part of Dixon. Come on.
We want you guys to come and be a part.
Don't just sit there and say, okay, well, maybe. No, they need that.
They do.
I mean, if you have I hear so many people tell me, well, we've got this nonprofit over here that we want to help with the kids. Here's the opportunity. Go to the school. So if they want to get in touch with you, because somebody's going to call you today, what would they have to do? Go to the website, call? Is there a number?
Yes. You have the number?
They can just go. If you go to Dixon School of Arts and Sciences website, that's the best resource. You can click on it. You can read about Dixon. You can read. There's a contact information for Dr. Kovacs. You can see some of the programs that we are doing. You'll get a chance to see the staff that are there at Dixon. So if you go to Dixon School of Arts and Sciences, all of the information is there. I suggest anybody research first. Look at the soil that you want to sow into, find out, and then contact our principal, Dr. Kovacs, and definitely come on board. Like as Ms. Woodard said, we're looking for partners to just help our next generation. Just because, I'm trying to be politically correct, okay? But just because the things that are happening right now, the dialing back, you don't have to adhere to that. There are ways.
Thank you.
There are ways.
That's
right.
And
this is one of those ways that you can make sure that kids get what they need to be culturally sound, to be holistically whole, to be confident in who they are. We don't want to teach anybody. We're not teaching kids to look for ways on the side.
Absolutely.
We're providing opportunities for them to be educated and to get where they need to be on merit, and because they belong there, because they have those the skill sets in it.
Absolutely.
So definitely come and support. We're going to continue to do what we do, but we would love to have you come to Dixon School of Arts and Sciences. Come walk through the halls.
Exactly.
See what we do for yourself. Come to a performance. We actually have a Black History program next Wednesday at 8:30 a.m. And we will be, just not to give it all away, but we're going to take you back from before Africans came into this country, and then share all the way up to today and the contributions that African Americans made, and the children are all going to be able to part.
Absolutely.
Yes. And so I also, just to piggyback on it, is that when kids know that they have a community of support, they thrive. And I look at my experience growing up here in Pensacola, and people always come up to me and say, "You're from Pensacola?" And I'm insulted when people ask me, "Am I from Pensacola?" I am, but I grew up, as we say, I grew up from East Pensacola. And if anyone who grew up in East Pensacola, we had a very close-knit environment. We went to school with friends who their parents went to school with our parents, and their grandparents went to school with their grandparents. And so it was accountability because you knew you couldn't act up because someone was going to call you out, and it was okay. And so it was just a close-knit environment, and so it made us confident and secure in who we were as students. And that's what I want for our students at Dixon, is the community come in and let these kids know that there's someone who supports you outside your parents.
Exactly.
And it will help them thrive. So we have a lot of our students participate in the youth parks. So you have SYA Tigers, East Pensacola Rattlers, Brent Raiders. We're looking for your coaches to come in and support our babies, come volunteer, help out. You know, Dr. Kovac was reaching out to a lot of the young, the youth parks for the coaches to come in and work with the students. Our doors are open. And so if anyone wants to come volunteer, come on.
Please. I mean, there's no better way to say it than there's nothing else to say, but just do it. I mean, because I think that I want to commend you on what I see, what I hear, what I'm seeing with the kids. This is why we're calling on you, the community, to be a part. If you're that person with that check and you want to write a great big one, we'll take it. But the fact of it is, don't allow anything or anybody to put you to put the schools in a category. No, it's not. This is a private school that's doing things for our children. That's our tomorrow, and you can be a part. Please take the necessary step to be a part of what's being talked about today. Don't forget about the Black History Program coming up on the 26th, 8:30 in the morning. Be there. Be a part of it. Go out and volunteer. Be a part of it. Now, say it again. Want to donate? They'll take it. And ladies, I tell you, the clock, can you believe our hour is up?
Oh, wow.
It is already done. I mean, he's already telling me, hurry up. But the fact of it is, I want to say thank you guys for coming in, because this is not the last time that you'll be here. This is not the last time that we're going to talk, because I'm going to make sure I keep my connection so that I can continue to keep the things up front, top of mind, so people can reach out to help with the school. Young ladies, keep doing what you're doing, President, Vice President, because the seats are there for you. You can do it. You can do anything your heart desires. Anything. Ladies and gentlemen, I've got to get out of here, but I want to leave you as I do every single day. Never, ever, ever lose your focus. Always remember this, and I believe this from my heart. If you will keep God first in whatever you do, I'll guarantee you one thing: you're going to be a total success. So until tomorrow morning for another day of nothing but sunshine, know that I love you with the perfect kind of love. Keep shining while I'm gone. Sunshine's Corner, being brought to you by Quint and Richie Studer.